Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the newest, deadliest podcast in the country, The Final Whistle. And I'm joined by three very special guests, or rather co host and one special guest. And of course, starting us up, the one and only Fred Arocho in the building. Papa Arocho.
Yep.
In the building.
I'm glad to be here. Very good company. We've done our challenges. We've lost, but we are there.
You have lost.
We have all lost, and we are all here.
Even better, next to Arocho, we have the one and only Annette Washira, the queen of content creation in the country. Annette Washira in the building.
Love it. Tumefanya machallenge, we can't wait to see what you have.
Alafu kule mwisho kuna mzee wa kazi, yani anajitanga Duncan Mchua, askofu in the building.
The champion of the pen. Champion of the arena. Nimefurahia lakini.
Ndivyo hali. However, today we're going to be dwelling on probably the most influential figure in Kenyan football, the man himself, Fred Arocho. He's going to tell us about his journey and much even more. He's going to tell us about the recent, amekuwa kitrend kidogo. Umeweza kuona Fred Arocho pale Facebook, Twitter, TikTok. Tutajua hayo yote hii leo, lakini kumbuka, it's about to go down right here, the final whistle. Let's get into it. Papa Fred Arocho.
Yep.
Nimeangalia Facebook yako, nimekuwa nikikustock 2-3 nimeona umegrow over 50k followers
50K.
in the last 1 month.
Well, it comes with the territory. Arocho is somebody who's been in the game for so long. I played soccer for KCB. I'm among the guys who promoted KCB into the Premier League. That is in 1997. I played in the under-20 Kenya team in 1994. I was in the Kenya under-20. Yes, all of you are
In
not.
fact, you aren't born.
All of you are not born, and that's why I don't blame guys who perhaps I played. But I played with the likes of Ezekiel Akwana, the current Sofapaka coach. Please go talk to him. The current FKF technical director, Francis Kimanzi.
I hope you're noting this down, Duncan.
Yeah, please note down for the guys who've been in doubt. I don't respond to people who never play.
Exactly.
I only respond to serious people. That's why today.
That's how you usually respond to my.
Yes, yes, I respond to serious people, and that's why today I'm on a serious show. I'll respond. I'm someone who has been so passionate about the game. So I played, and once again I'm giving you guys to go and make reference to Ezekiel Akwana, once again Francis Kimanzi, and several other players that I played with. But the two are currently very prominent, and it's easy to look at them.
Arocho, I read your bio, and everywhere I've noticed one thing: soccer is your life. Talk to me about that aspect, about how soccer has had the influence in you. Because everyone, the young, the old, 30 millennials, Gen Z, I don't think there's anyone familiar with Kenyan football that can say, I don't know Fred Arocho. Because, let me give you an instance, Duncan and Washira. We were with Arocho during the Rising Starlets game. He was the announcer. And tukitoka nakamwambia nipige lift. Manake gari yangu kidogo bala. So I'm with Arocho pale hivyo. Ndio Papa Arocho ameweka ngoma zake za kule kwao. Amefungua dirisha. Everyone, I'm talking about kids. I'm talking about Gen Zs, millennials. Wako tu Papa Arocho. Pale Ulinzi complex. So talking about the aspect of which soccer has really changed your life. Commentating it, playing it. For over 17 years now, you've been in the industry.
Well, soccer is my life, and the reason why I say soccer is my life is because even my family is currently a beneficiary of soccer. I'll start with my own family. I have a son called Alvin. Alvin is currently in Tennessee, courtesy of soccer.
Nice.
My son is 20.
My sister is in
Tennessee University.
No, it's a university in Tennessee. Yes.
My son is at Tennessee University, courtesy of soccer.
Right.
In 2019, I traveled to the US, courtesy, and I was invited by the former Kenya internationals, the guys I played with, the likes of Professor Edwin Odipo, currently a professor in Atlanta, and I was there for a month. And when I was there, I told the guys that surely I like what I'm seeing here. You guys have really developed in terms of your careers and all that. So I told them that I have a son who plays very beautiful soccer. 2, 3 years down the lane, Professor Odipo was in Kenya, and Professor didn't tell me that he wanted to come and see my son. Luckily, my son was then playing for an academy under Jacob Gostule. So that day they had a match in the Division 1.
Liberty
Academy.
yeah.
Liberty Academy. He was the vice captain then
I remember.
when he
The one
left.
at walikuwa chini
Yes,
pale Cambridge.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
What
So-
happened?
No,
Wale
the
wako.
team is no longer there. But going back to my story is, Professor told me, Arocho, I'd like to see your son. Then I called my son. He told me, Daddy, today we are playing at Cambridge, and they were playing AP. There was a team from Kitui, an AP team from Kitui. So we went there, me and Professor Edwin Odipo. And he didn't know that we are there. So during the first half, after the first half, my son had scored a goal. And then Professor told me, I don't know your son, but I've liked one person here. The dreadlocked guy in jersey number 10.
Which was your son?
That is my son, Alvin.
Wow.
So I didn't push Alvin. Alvin pushed himself. To cut the long story short, he's now on a 100% scholarship in Tennessee, and he's doing his last semester. And God willing, in the next year, I'll be flying to Tennessee for his graduation. So that's why I say soccer is my life. Personally, I'm a beneficiary of the game. I was picked by Carol Radul in the stadium, making noise.
I want you to highlight that part because many people don't know what you are doing.
I was, you know, I'm so loud. I cannot be somewhere and not make noise. So I was correcting the referee time and again. I remember that match it was against Madare against Gor Mahia at Nyayo Stadium. Caro and his colleagues were seated in front of me. I didn't know. So I was just making my comments. Then Caro turned and said, "Hey, gentlemen, you talk too much. You seem to know a lot about this game." I told her, yes. Then she told me, kindly help me with your number. Caro picked my number and she called me on her show. Then the show was at Kiss and Classic. I talked and explained myself. That's when Caro felt that this guy
knows ball.
deserves to speak soccer on radio. And then they were coming up with Radio Jambo. So that is when Radio Jambo was coming. I'm among the first guys, the pioneers of Radio Jambo. So that is my story.
That's how it started.
That's how it started.
So, like, let's talk about your journey. So now Radio Jambo has come. What are your biggest milestones? What do you say is your biggest milestone?
Wow, my biggest milestone at Radio Jambo was there's a time some kids in Turkana made a call and said that they didn't have soccer kits, they didn't have anything. I mobilized guys. We went to Turkana, and for me, that was a moment that I can never forget. Secondly, I hosted a director of Akakoro. Akakoro is a team that was in Korogocho.
I remember.
So when I hosted this gentleman, he told me that they have allocated money to buy land to build an academy. I didn't believe that a foreigner should come to Kenya and buy land. So I called the governor of Homa Bay, who apparently is my friend, Governor Gladys Wanga.
Whoa.
She picked my call. I told her that I'm in the studio with a gentleman who wants to sink 1.5 billion Kenya shillings into the game. And that's how.
And that's how you became brand ambassador.
Yes, that's how we traveled to Homa Bay, and the governor was so helpful. A very listening governor. 3 years down the lane, the other day we launched the event. We have a secondary school, we have a primary school, we have 3 pitches. We are coming up with a borehole. We are having a clinic. So basically, for me, these are the moments that even when I'm done with the radio, I'll sit back and say, yes.
You changed lives.
Yes. I can see young 230 Kenyans moved from Nairobi. They are currently in Homa Bay, going to school, and everything else is being done by Akakoro. And I'd like to take this opportunity to thank the governor of Homa Bay a listening governor, and now we have the biggest academy in
Mm-hmm.
Eastern Central Africa.
I'll go with the critics part. You're among the guys who are being criticized, always criticized on the social media, everywhere. I don't know how you deal with it. And
And before
speaking of dealing,
before you even
Okay.
continue that, remember when Arocho was asked that
Sure.
question somewhere in radio, he said, and I quote, he said, if you want to talk about politics in Kenya, if you want to trend in politics, you talk about Gachagua, you talk about Ruto. If you want to trend in football, you talk about Fred Arocho, Benny McCarthy, and Hussein Mohammed. Arocho,
Yeah, it's true.
weighing into that statement in regards to Danko.
It's true. It's true. It comes with the territory. If you want to be a prominent person,
Sure.
you must be ready to be criticized. And for me, criticism is just positive. Unitukane, you do anything. The only thing that I'll not condone is when you become physical. But when you say things about me which are not true, and as I said, and just to pick from what you've said, in Kenya there are 4. In terms of soccer, in politics there are 3. William Ruto, Raila Amolo Odinga, and Gachagua. The rest come in just to fit in, yeah. And in soccer, you talk about Hussein Mohammed, you talk about McDonald Mariga,
Yeah.
King Benny McCarthy, and the one and only Arocho. So this tells you that God has blessed me. I'm blessed because I started from a very humble beginning. I was a weekend presenter at Radio Jambo initially. I'm the only presenter then at Radio Jambo who has done all the shows. I've done from morning show. I used to sit in for Ghost, for Giddy, Bramwell Mololo in the mid-morning. I used to do the drive at Radio Jambo when I was sitting in for the likes of Peter Kirumba. I did the night show. So I'm someone who has done all this, and all this is courtesy of the grace that I have from God.
what happens when you meet these guys, the guys who mostly criticize you? Do you shake hands with them? Do you keep the beef? Or
I don't
what
even
happens?
think he knows them.
No. For
kuna wenye
guys
anajua.
I know,
Oh, yeah,
Kuna-
Adua.
kuna
Yeah,
Adua.
yeah,
Let me tell
Adua.
you, for guys I know,
Yeah.
when you become personal, I stop even considering you as someone, because you don't need to be personal. When you talk about football, you just talk about the issues and all that. But when you start becoming personal, I keep off, because I have a family. I have some privacy to keep, and I enjoy my privacy. But all in all, there's a time my pastor said in church that if they don't talk about you, there are 2 things that might have happened to you. 1, you're irrelevant, and 2, you're dead. So pick one.
Okay, and in case those of you who don't know, Arocho, by the way, has a twin brother.
They look
Like wanafanana.
exactly
Unaweza kuwa
alike.
pale na stadium unadhani unaona Fred Arocho waita Arocho, huyu jamaa ajibu. That is the twin brother of Fred Arocho. And by the way, Arocho,
Yes.
brother ko pia kwa hii ball ya Kenya.
No, my brother is by extension. My brother used to play, a very good striker. I was a defender. And he's there by extension, because he's very close with the political class in this country. He's a very good buddy to Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta, a very good buddy to William Samoei Ruto. So by extension, he gets into soccer. And you know, soccer is a mass game, and politics is a mass movement. So basically, they're intertwined in one way or the other. But what I'll say is that my brother is a good guy. I'm a good guy. So there's no way we can go against, or we can I can put him into danger by my actions. So we are twins, and we are so proud that we are twins.
As probably we're nearing to the end, I would like you to talk to aspiring journalists, aspiring creators like myself, who are trying to break through the industry. And as you know, even as you are starting, probably social media can be your friend, and it can also be your biggest enemy. What is the one thing you'd like to advertise?
Don't react to negatives.
Yes.
The moment you react to negatives, you procrastinate it. You give it more life. When people are hard on you, just go under, keep quiet, and all be done. But coming back to aspiring young journalists like you guys, you just have to be patient. The problem with this industry is that it doesn't pay initially at all. I worked for about 5 years earning peanuts.
and that one should be a driving force. It should not be a negative. It should drive you to aspire more. You'll only start getting returns when you start having that brand, and that brand will take you close to 10 years. It took me about 10 years because the first 5 years I was earning peanuts wherever I was. Then I moved to Milele FM. I'm one of the few radio presenters who have moved, and I don't move by my own. By the grace of God, Milele FM called me through then Vincent Atea. Vincent Atea moved to Milele FM, and they were revamping the radio, and they took me in. And when you give me a good deal, why not? So I moved to Milele FM, and I was there for only 11 months. Then Radio Jambo came back. I believe they felt they needed Arocho back, and I went back to Radio Jambo. 3 years ago, the new kid on the block, Radio 47 came calling. Why not? I believe that I can work anywhere with anyone, because the moment you believe in yourself, you can fit anywhere. So the problem I see with the young journalists, you want to come in and you want to be Fred Arocho.
You want to come in and argue with the big boys.
No, arguing is no problem, because I cannot be right all through. But what I mean is, it's a process. It's not an event. You becoming a brand is a process. And you don't just come in and expect that after 5 or so years, you feel that you're now Fred Arocho. No. It took Fred Arocho now 16 years of consistency. One thing that is also important is consistency. Never lose your niche, and don't be a jack of all trades. You cannot be a sports journalist. You do politics. No. Pick your niche
and stick by it.
Perfect it and stick there.
Arocho, just a quick one. Nikiangalia now the gray imeanza kukuja.
And I'm so proud.
Siku zimekaribia.
Before you even ask
plans zikoaje after year? Are you going to just be in the media industry? Are you going to venture into politics? Or what else after journalist?
I'm a businessman. I run a company known as Arocho Enterprises. Arocho Enterprises is we do Uber. I have several that I run in this town.
Uber, like these small cars.
Yes. I have several. I started the business about 7 years ago, and I've expanded. So my retire, because I'm now 49. I don't hide. I don't hide my I'll be 49.
Kuna mtu anakataa.
Unless you're my mom, who is no longer there, or my twin bro.
Sure.
But I was born on the 27th November 1976. On the 27th November, I'll be 49 years. So I still have some time to do on radio, because I really love radio. And then once I'm done, I'll transit to my business.
Okay.
I have a business that is now quite vibrant. It takes much of my time, but I also love radio. I can say this, that my best place is when I'm on radio and when I'm with my kids. I have a daughter known as Kensley, Shaniqua. Shaniqua is currently doing her last year at Strathmore. I have Victor Arocho, who is at Mombasa University, a very good cyclist. And then last but not least, I have Jaden Arocho. Jaden Arocho is at Mary Show. He's in Form 2. Yeah. So I have a team that once I'm done, I don't need to look for where to go. I simply slide into my business.
Well, Arocho, for me, one thing about people that they don't know, that you started commentating years back consistently. And remember, there's a time you used to call Wayne Rooney Waza, all those golden days. So I want to ask you today, in a heart-to-heart, you've commentated over 1,000 football games. Which game stands out for you? Ni game gani ushesikia umeipiga ikapigika?
Wow.
Zaidi.
Very good question. Very good question. There's a match. There was these Sekafa matches in Dar es Salaam.
Mhm.
So I'd just gone to do links on radio. For guys who perhaps may not know what links are, after the commentary or mid through the commentary or halftime, they could call me from Nairobi to Dar es Salaam at least to give a feel of what's happening on the pitch. Apparently that day, Supersport was doing the live commentary. Then everything went blank. Everything went blank in Nairobi. And there was no way. And we had already advertised that we were doing Kenya versus Ethiopia. It was a tough match. Kenya had to win. So about 10 or so minutes before the match, I'd already given my link, told guys the way Kenyans, the team woke up, they were to Likula, and the team is already in the stadium and all that. Wow. 10 minutes before the match, Nairobi calls.
12.
10 minutes.
Aye.
Nairobi calls. Arocho, there's total blackout here.
Unaipiga.
You have to commentate. Wow.
Kwa simu.
Yes. They will call me. They told me you just have about 4 minutes to prepare because we are calling you. Guys, that was my best match. Because I'm a Simba fan. I was seated among Simba fans. And I did that match. Made through the match, halftime, my boss called me and asked me, "What have you taken? You are different today. You are so vibrant." And for me, the driving force was making sure that Kenyans get the communication. The other match was Kenya playing against Lesotho in Maseru. That is where I picked the word laduma. We were playing Lesotho. They got a goal. Then they were also doing their live commentary besides me. That guy was shouting. And I was wondering what this guy was saying. He was saying Ladu. No, I was wondering. Now, when we went for the break, I asked him what was happening. The guy told me Laduma is how they celebrate in South Africa. That is Lesotho, Angola, South Africa, and all that. I picked that word, and today it's my signature tune when a goal is considered. So basically what I'm saying, guys, and for you young guys, you learn every day. And I hate journalists who pretend to be sports journalists and they never go to the field.
Exactly.
You cannot be a sports journalist
Kama
and you never go to the pitch. Wewe ni mtu unakava athletics, you don't go to the track. How surely? You only learn a lot of things. There are certain things that you only pick in the stadium. There are certain words, there are certain, the network.
Lingo.
You need also to get that network.
Yes.
You understand? And for you, I'll challenge you. There are very few sports journalists who are ladies. Caro is doing a good job. But who comes after Caro?
Exactly.
You guys have to pick the mantle. And be aggressive. Aggression is the word. Nobody will bring you vitu kwa sahani. You understand? You have to fight for it. And the only way you fight for it is you go to the stadium, cover the events, and that's how you'll be above the rest.
Okay. Papa Arocho,
Ma'am?
when you talk about Fred Arocho, we're talking about someone who has worked with the very best in the industry. I'm talking about Ali Kauleni, Mwana wa Ali. I'm talking about the like of Ghost Mule. I'm talking about the likes of Tony Kolanda. Umefanya kazi na watu miaka nenda miaka rudi. Who would you say are the best people that you've gotten the opportunity to work with? Yani moja kwa moja.
Very good.
In terms of commentating, in terms of personal friendships, because if you're here for 17 years, most of your friends have come from this field.
Well, I've done TV, I've done radio. On TV, my best guy, the guy who I've worked with and I felt that I'm really touching the viewers is Shitera. Yes, Shitera, Steven Shitera. We were having a show called, it was Monday, what? Sporty Monday. Yeah, on Sporty Monday, he used to challenge me a lot. We used to be, he's a Chelsea guy, I'm a United guy. I used to enjoy that.
That's right.
You understand? In terms of radio, Kauleni, Lucky Eriano, Peter Kirumba, But the guy that whenever I sit and do commentary with all due respect to the rest. Mtu asijam na mimi. When I'm seated with Diblo Kaberia.
Nivo.
Wow. I feel, I can feel when I'm in the studio that there's something happening. You understand? When I sit with Ali Hassan Kauleni, another gentleman that I've worked with now for 3 years, a down-to-earth person, a person who is head of radio at sports at Radio 47, but it's not easy to even know that he's the boss. He's somebody who gets advice, teaches, and among the guys that I'd really like to work with over and over again. But when I'm doing commentary, the president of Twa Diblo.
So let me ask you something. Many people don't know how you ended up in studio with Diblo. Unfortunately,
I told you the story.
Story. Now I want you to tell people how Diblo took you. Let
me tell you, and this is for you young guys. Sure. Whenever you get negatives, you should use them to your advantage. When I got into Radio Jambo initially, the guys, I'll not mention names, were somehow reluctant to let me do commentary. And I remember there's a time I was even stopped from commentating. Then Diblo asked, hey, why is that gentleman no longer commentating, he's just doing the shows? Then he was given the feedback that the guy is not good. And Diblo told whoever, I'm not going to mention names, that give me Arocho. You see? Mm-hmm. When somebody had seen some talent in you, but some other people were trying to suppress it. You understand? Mm-hmm. Diblo said, no, give me that guy. If he cannot do it, give me. And the rest is history. If there's a combination that has been perfect on radio, you ask me, is Arocho and Diblo. And I thank him for that, because he stood by me when the rest were trying to suppress whatever was coming out.
I think now just, mekuwa serious sana. I just like you to state, the teams you support.
Manchester United, of course. In Kenya, I played for KCB. Let me be candid when I say this. There are people who, you cannot rub history. Mm-hmm. There are certain things you cannot erase. The fact that Arocho played for KCB, you cannot erase.
Because you played, you wore the
You cannot erase
yes.
that. So there are people who don't like that. Yeah. But I'm with KCB because I played for it. But there's a team that I really love. It's Shabana. I didn't start that relationship the other day. I started my relationship with Shabana in 2018 when Shabana was still playing in the lower leagues. Mm-hmm. And yesterday, by the way, we were having that event where the draw for the tournament coming up. Mm-hmm. The Secretary General of Shabana said something that was so touching. I didn't know he was going to say it.
Almost cried.
He said that Arocho gave us 10,000 shillings when we didn't have bus fare. That was 2018.
Yay.
Yes.
Papa Arocho.
It is the truth. And I'll get that clip. I'll try and get that clip to make sure that, I don't just love Shabana because they're now doing well. Yes. I was with Shabana when they were down there. I love all community teams because I believe that is where football lies. Yes. In Europe, football excels because when you are born in Bayern, you'll stick by Bayern. Community. But that model is not really working in Kenya. I wish we could pick that model and our football will be in the next level.
Well, now it's time for the quick fire questions.
For me?
Pap, nanipa tap. Pap, tap. Pap, tap.
I'm the guy.
Where baba yao?
Sawa.
Aya. Quick fire, here we go. Question number 1. Who is the most underrated Kenyan player right now?
I think the most underrated by who? By fans or by the
okay, by fans. Underrated. By fans. And also according to you, in your heart to heart, who do you feel is a player?
Humphrey Mieno. Humphrey Mieno, I wish he played in Chan. You guys could have seen a marvelous player.
Okay.
Well,
wait.
You've asked mine. No.
It's okay.
Don't push her aside.
Okay.
Give me your opinion.
No, it's okay.
No, just say it, please. You know why?
Please say it. I think Humphrey Mieno is a very good player. I don't argue with that at all. I just think there is seasons, and this season is not Humphrey Mieno's. I know I've
Which
even
season?
this
Which
one. I have seen,
Game
especially no. He's
Wait.
talked about Chan. During that time, I don't believe that Humphrey Mieno should have started in front of the likes of Alpha. I'm not saying
Did you ever watch Tuskers matches?
Guys,
I don't have an issue.
Okay, let's
I'm saying
move
it was
on.
supposed to be a
now.
quick fire.
You know, we'll argue. These are
Yeah.
quick fire.
Humphrey
Okay.
Mieno.
Okay, Papa Arocho. Question number 2. You've traveled around the world. Which is your most favorite stadium that you've been to?
Wow, the best stadium or the most what?
Your favorite stadium that you've been to?
Tunisia. I went to Tunisia when Kenya was playing Libya. Very nice stadium. The national stadium in Tunis. Oh, fantastic.
Okay, question number 3, Papa Arocho. Which match has made you lose your voice while commentating?
Have I ever lost my voice? Yeah, there's a match. It's called Abud. No, the guy from Isiolo is called
Masood.
Masood Juma scored. There's a match that he scored that, wow, I lost my voice because I couldn't believe that we had scored that goal.
They have a head kick.
I think, no. I think we were playing where? We were playing in, it was an away match, not here. But I was doing the commentary live from the ground. I cannot remember exactly which team, but Masood scored a marvelous goal.
Okay, next up we have a local derby you can never miss.
Me, I don't miss football. Not even a derby. I don't miss football. Any
You
match,
have Chan.
I will be there if I have time. Mostly when I'm in studio, yes, I'll not be able to make it. But now see, the tournament that is going to be played in Mombasa, I'll ferry myself there. I'll take care of all my bills. Nobody's going to pay my bills. I'm going to watch Shabana playing Gor Mahia, FC Leopards playing Bandari. You know, another thing I forgot to say for you young people, you have to invest. You have to invest. You'll not get anything for free.
Okay, up next, your go-to pre-match meal. Unakulanga nini kabla uingie grau commentate?
I take a lot of cold water. Cold water does my... I think throat yangu imependa sana cold water. Doctors have told me no, but nikinywa maji baridi, inatembea
Napiga
vizuri
kitu.
sana.
Okay, this one is a bit delusional in a bit. The best coach of all time in Kenya and also your favorite international coach of all time.
Well, our best coach, of course, is Jacob Gostumele. He's won the league. He's qualified the team for AFCON. What else do you need from him? He's won Sekafa. Me, I'll give the best going by accolades. So he's won all that. Jacob Gostumele.
And internationally?
Wow. Out there, I think Sir Alex Ferguson did a good job. Winning the treble in England, winning the Champions League. He's been the best.
Okay, Arocho, in December, I know you'll be somewhere in Morocco for the 2025 African Cup of Nations. So who do you think will win the 2025 African Cup of Nations?
I don't envy Morocco. I don't envy going there. I don't know why. Okay, though I fear flying. Yes, I fear flying. If you people didn't know, I'll say that. I don't like flying, though I've flown for 16 hours continuous. That is from Doha to Miami. I had to take a lot of whiskey. I chew a blackout when I was in that flight. But I'm not looking forward to go to Morocco. I'd rather go elsewhere because Morocco is very far.
But who do you think will win the 2025
Oh,
AFCON?
the AFCON? Well, let's wait and see. It's still too early.
Yeah.
I normally give 1 or 2 matches before I give my prediction.
Okay, radio or TV commentary? Which one do you prefer?
Radio, of course. I prefer radio. Radio is more, there's more attachment. There's more
Engagement.
there's more engagement. It's lively. And you know, when I came into radio commentary was so obvious. Just one line, the ball goes on the left, on the right. No. I think the group that came in through Radio Jumbo, we revolutionized the radio commentary. And today it's more fun.
Yeah.
There's more laughing than just football. And women are getting attracted to the game because other than just the game, there are other aspects that we bring in just to make sure that we bring in that constituency in the ladies.
Okay, your favorite sports movie of all time?
Sports movie? What's that?
Documentary.
A documentary,
Ah.
someone's story, probably a Cristiano movie.
Well, I watch a lot of World Cups. Zile zimepita. I can just sit in the house and watch the finals of 1998 World Cup.
Which was your favorite final? 2010?
Yeah, because I was there.
Spain, Netherlands. You're there?
Yeah, I went to the world. I've gone to 2 World Cups, my brother.
Bala.
I've been to South Africa. I went to Doha, and I'm seeing myself being in the US.
So let me ask you. So your favorite sports, your favorite World Cup final is Spain, Netherlands in 2010, South Africa.
No, I didn't watch that match, so I don't want to bring my best World Cup match is Spain versus Paraguay in the quarterfinals because I watched the match at Ellis Park. I was there.
Ah, okay. Next one. If you could interview one footballer, living or dead, who would it be?
Ronaldo, of course. Cristiano
which one?
Ronaldo.
Oh.
Cristiano Ronaldo.
And what about in Kenya?
Well, in Kenya, I think I've interviewed almost all the big names. I've never had an interview with Mieno, my best player, if you ask me, and I'm looking forward to have an interview with him.
What's the funniest thing you've ever said on air by mistake?
Wow. Well, should I say this on this channel? I said this. There's a day I was a bit sleepy. Instead of saying hii ni Radio 47, I said hii ni Radio Jam on air. But that one can be excused because that's when I was still transiting. But listeners are very attentive. They were now texting, surely. Are you back to where you were before?
Okay, now finally, what is your favorite Kenyan sports memory?
As a player.
As a player?
Yes.
I didn't play to the top level of the national team. But when I was playing at KCB, my best moment was when we qualified for the Premier League in 1997. I was so much honored. I felt so nice when we qualified with the likes of Eric Omondi, the brother to Musa Otieno. Then we were playing with him in the defense. With the likes of the late Ezekiel Shikanda, who was the brother to Dan Shikanda. May God rest his soul in peace. A very good midfielder, Ezekiel Shikanda. Tene Kilonzi. Those are the guys who made sure that KCB came to the Premier League. And then we had a leader, a team manager who was called Buka. Oh, Buka was the guy. And our coach, we were calling our coach Capello. Some short guy, we used to call him Capello. Peter Mbeta. Yes, Peter Mbeta. Look for Peter Mbeta.
You can hear the joy in his voice when he's talking about his
Yes. And when somebody says that Arocho never played, and when somebody says that Arocho never went to school, surely. What do you mean, surely? What do you mean?
Okay, Papa Arocho.
Yes.
Finally, tukimaliza, tukikafunga, kamera ndo ile yako.
Yes.
Nataka you want to tell them, wambie my fans, anyone who looks up to you, anyone who feels the love for you for the Kenyan game, angalia kamera umpange mwambie message yako kwake ni gani?
I'd like, with your permission, to start with the young journalists. It's a challenge I'm giving to the young journalists. Be very patient. Patience in this industry pays. And usiwe mtu kukasirika. I see young journalists wanakasirika. Over what? Just be patient and consistency. It will pay you. It has paid me. Why not you? And then for the fans, well, I interact a lot with the fans. I dance a lot in the stadium with the fans. And when you see fans in the stadium, they really like me. You can attest to that. Arocho everywhere. And I'm so happy that a radio presenter who perhaps many people don't relate to the face can now walk in the streets of Nairobi and people can pick that this is Arocho. For me, that is an achievement because it shows that I'm doing a good thing. I'm touching lives wherever they listen to me.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that was your one and only Fred Arocho, the most influential person in media in Kenya in sports. Alongside him was Annette Washira, the one and only, the deadliest sports content creator.
Why did she stop playing?
In the world.
You know, she's done a very good job here. She needs to go back to the pitch.
Further left, we have Duncan Mutua, amepiga mambo yake. And now even better, for those of you who were saying Papa Arocho cannot play football, take a look at these challenges that we did with the help of Annette Washira, and you get to decide, did Papa Arocho really play football? And if he did he play it well? Or did you love his technique?
No.
Mambo ndio hiyo.
Thank
It's been
you,
final
guys.
whistle. Keep it right here. My name is Alan Nzuki. Bana, wrong post. Wrong post. Arocho!
The closest, hakuna mwingine.
Awe. Yako buda. Huyo ni Bandai. Awe. Hakuna technique hapo. Kupige chuma. Hakuna technique. Yo. Ah. Hey! Yo. Ah. Right. Hey. Yo. Ah. Oh, hey. Ah. Ay, yo. Ay. Hey!